So we are offering a special Dynasty Mode preview today. I just cannot wait. I'm so excited about all of this. Now, just to be clear, all of the visuals that you're going to see today are still in sort of prototyping mode. There's a very good chance that it won't look like this, but the game will function this way. And so I wanted to show you some of the decks that we're thinking about and sort of how this works. We've got two different decks. We've got what we're calling our draft day deck, and of course our career veteran, which is a progression deck. One of them is good, and one of them is bad. So as veterans progress, they will get worse. So I've laid out here the color coding that we're currently using, and this is actually going to simulate the draft. So in order to simulate the draft, one thing that you'll need to know is actually what you are drafting for. So these are the different tokens that we are using currently. So let me just give you a quick tour of this. The first one is strength. And so what we're doing is expressing a player's capabilities, their skills, based on sort of general topics. And so everybody can have strength, and of course, it would mean different things for different players. Strength on the offensive or defensive line is a different form of strength than you would have, say, at the quarterback position, which is relative to arm strength. So the source book will sort of spell out what means what. But in general, you can have strength, hands, football IQ, agility, speed, and what we're calling upside. So I'm going to flip this back over. These are the five main tokens or icons that we're using right now. And it is possible for a person to have up to six of these, but most people who start on your team are probably going to have three. So a one token person is going to be a career backup, somebody who's barely making the squad. If you've got somebody who is a two token person, that is a quality backup or a marginal starter. If you've got somebody who is a three token, that is going to be a solid starter. Now, it's possible to have more than one of the same token, which just means that you are more skilled at that particular thing. And so let's say for fun that we had a second strength. This is now a four token person. This is a Pro Bowler, right? And then as far as your five star, or five token person, that is a superstar, right? Now it's possible to have a six token person, which is a legend. So this would be something like Barry Sanders or uh, Lawrence Taylor in their prime, that sort of thing. So this is the best that you're going to get. It is mathematically possible to get a seven token, but so far in all of our testing, we have not seen it happen yet. But it is mathematically possible. So if you take a look at this and say that this is your linebacker, then you've got a linebacker who has some speed, has some agility, and has a lot of strength. And here, in this case, hands is really referring to their technique and also their ability to force fumbles or intercept the ball. So this is a very high quality linebacker. This is a superstar stud on your team. This could be a Lawrence Taylor type player. What's exciting about the possibility is the upside. So as we draft, we're actually going to be pulling cards out of the draft day deck to find out what kind of player we have. And when we pull an upside, that means that you'll be able to choose any one of these tokens next year, not this year. So it sits as a blank token under their list. So if they've got, say, football IQ and agility and an upside, then that person is actually only a two token player because those are the only two that count towards the year. But they have this empty one that can be filled in next year. So if you hang on to them and develop them next year, they can develop some speed. And now you've got a three-star, three token player who could actually be a starter on your team. So that's how the upside works. Here we have the slots that we are providing for the number of cards that you pull out of the draft day deck to draft. So assuming that you have 7 rounds, just like in the normal NFL, you would pull 7 cards out of the draft day deck for the first round, 6 for the second, 5 for the third and the fourth, and then 4 for the fifth and sixth, 3 cards for the seventh round picks. So as you can see, the fewer cards you pull, the less skilled a person is going to be. This die here is what we're using to track durability. A player's durability could be anywhere from 4, which is very durable, to 1, which is injury prone. And when a player's durability drops to 0 in a season, that player will retire at the end of the year or immediately if they have a career ending injury. Let's do some drafting. So we're going to shuffle and we're going to draw 7 cards. The way we do this is we draw them one at a time and we pull them out of the deck and we'll flip them over in the order that they are drawn. And I'll show you why in a moment. So this is 5, 6, 7. Okay, here we go. So the first one is speed. Now you'll notice on this card that it has 2 little dots. The reason it has 2 little dots is I've got to pair speed in order for that to actually be a token on my player. So I need another speed. Oh, I have an upside. You'll notice here on their upside that it only has 1 dot, which means if I pull an upside by itself, I get it. It doesn't mean that's anything good for this year, but it could be for next year. Oh, wow. I've got 2 upside. There are not very many in the deck. This is an unusual circumstance. I'm very glad you got to see that. Agility. Again, we don't have any tokens yet. Speed. Okay, great. So we have paired speed. So that means that we have 1 speed. Speed again. Now, and when we pair it again, that means that we get to add 1. So the first pair sets 1, and then every card after that gives me an additional 1. If this is also speed, then this person is going to be lightning fast. Hands. Okay, so right now, our first round draft choice is only a 2 token starter. Quality backup. This is a quality backup who's just a really fast person, but has 2 different upside tokens, which means next year I can assign this to make him a 3 token player, and then the following year I can assign this one to make him a 4 token player. So this guy's kind of a project, but he's going to be really good. He has the potential to be a Pro Bowler in 2 years. Now, because the durability is a 4, if I want to press my luck, I can actually pull an extra card for this draft choice and see if I can pair agility, hands, or speed again and get an extra token. In order to do that, though, I would have to lower his durability to 3. This has a direct correlation to the length of a person's career. In general, you don't want to burn durability if you've got somebody who's pretty good or shows upside like this. But just to demonstrate it to you, I'm going to go ahead and burn 1 durability, and we're going to draw 1 more card and see what happens. Oh! Outstanding. So we're going to stop right there. So this guy actually has tremendous potential. This is the first time I've ever seen 1 player pull 3 upside, and we've been testing this for a year. Okay, well, you saw it first. So this is a person who's going to be a 5-star player in 3 years. And so this is absolutely somebody that you'd want to hang on to. So in your first round, you've got a 2-star speed player who has 3 upside tokens. Now, at this point, you might be saying, all right, great. Well, what position does that person play? Well, here is the great part. You get to choose. After you do the drafting, at this moment, before you move to the second round, you need to go ahead and pick what position that person's going to play. I'm going to just say, you could either make him a cornerback because he's really fast, or you could make him a receiver, or you could make him a halfback, knowing that in the next 3 years, you'll be able to customize that player to be exactly what you need at that position. Let's do our second round pick. On the second round, we pick only 6 cards. And we'll go ahead and flip these one at a time. Again, a speed. Hands. Hands. So we've paired hands. Football IQ. Ooh, a football IQ. Fantastic. And strength. So here what we have is another 2-star player, but there may actually be some reasons to press our luck here, if we can get a speed or strength or even another one of these cards, we will actually get another. So I think we're going to go ahead and burn this guy's durability down to 3 and pull another card. Oh, all right. So we got a strength. Fantastic. So this is a 3 token player with no upside, but 3 tokens is a valuable starter. And so we're just going to call it at that point. This is a 3 token player with strength, hands, and football IQ. And again, at this point, we need to make the decision what position this guy is going to be. I'm going to say offensive lineman because he's got strength. Hands for offensive lineman would be technique, and he's very smart. Hands, agility, speed, baggage, which we're going to take a quick look at. This is, and again, these are subject to change, but the idea here is that this player comes with a storyline that is negative. He has off-field issues. And speed. So right now, this is a 1 token player with baggage. Now, the baggage means that you draw 2 more cards. So we're going to draw 2 more. Because even though he does have baggage, he is still probably talented. So we'll go ahead and do this and rotate those, and let's see what we get. Oh, that is a prior injury, so his durability goes down 1. So we take this down to 3, and we don't draw another card. The guy just has durability issues. Oh, but he is very fast. Okay, so in this case, we have a 2-star. This might be a running back or a receiver, but a person who's a quality backup who's very fast. Unfortunately, he is a little bit injured here, and we don't get the benefit of that. And he's going to have some sort of baggage that goes with him as far as a personal storyline that needs to be resolved. So this is a person who we probably will keep, but it's hard to know. And so we'll call him a wide receiver. So right now, let's just see what we find in our draft. Hands, hands, draw 2, draw 2, and strength. Wow, okay, great. So right now, it's just a 1 token player, but we have 2 draw 2s. So we're going to draw 2 down here, and we're going to draw 2 more right here, and we're going to resolve them in order. Agility. Oh, wow, agility, agility. Perfect. So he's now a 2-token guy. Football IQ and speed. So those don't pair, so they are not useful. So this 4th-rounder is a 2-token guy who has hands and agility. So we could make that a receiving tight end. We could make it a strong safety. We could do whatever we want with that. But we do have the 4 durability. I've got 3 things that are unpaired, so I kind of want to push his durability down and see if we can get lucky. So let's see. Strength. Okay, very good. So I'm definitely going to leave it there. So this is a very good draft class. I've got my 2nd round and 4th round picks are actually guys who could start. Everybody has a durability of 3, which is really good. Well, it's not great, but it's really good. Certainly a person with a durability of 3 is going to have a pretty decent career. They might be, barring injury, they may be able to play for 7, 8, maybe even 9 years. Yep. Okay, so we have agility, football IQ, and 2 hands. So this is a 1-token player. This is a firm backup. This person might not even make the team. So we're definitely going to push the durability to get an extra card. And they have some upside. So I may stop there, but just to show you how this works, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go ahead and push the durability to a 2 and grab another one. Speed, that didn't help. You know what? Let's just go ahead and push its durability all the way down to 1. This is a delicate flower. Oh, and it doesn't actually pair anything. So this is a situation where we've got a 1 durability player who shows a little bit of upside, but is firmly a backup. This guy might not even stay on the team. It depends, because in their first 2 off seasons, rookies can improve beyond the upside. So it's possible that I would hang on to this guy and try to progress him over 2 years, but he may also get hurt and may bounce out of the league pretty quickly. So that's not great. And we're looking at hand strength, hands, and football IQ. So that shows us that we are pairing hands. Again, not a lot of value here, so we're going to go ahead and push his durability down 1. Oh, and it's hands. Fantastic. So this could be a very good receiver, or it could be an offensive lineman if I need the technique. I think I'm going to go ahead and push him down one more. I wouldn't recommend this, by the way. I think if you get a 6 round, 2 token guy with a durability of 3, that's probably good enough. But I'm going to go ahead and push it just to show you what it looks like. Oh, hello. So this is the gem card. You can copy any drawn card in your hand, which means this is a wild card that allows me to either make it strength or football IQ. Football IQ is one of the harder things for rookies to come out with. So I'm going to pair it with football IQ. And now, because I pressed my luck, this guy has a durability of 2, which means he's not going to have as long a career as my other players, but he's a higher quality. So this is one of those guys maybe in college who had pre-existing injuries that his draft stock would have been much higher if he had not been hurt in college or maybe had some surgeries and whatnot. But he's still a very quality player, and so you draft him in the 6th round. This could be like a Terrell Davis, who was a 6th round pick. Tom Brady was a 6th round pick, and so you get some decent quality here in the 6th round, and that guy's going to have 2 more years to improve. If he's lucky, he could turn from a 3-star into a 5-star, 5 token guy, and that could actually be an elite player that you've gotten in the 6 rounds. But he's got to manage his durability. He's got to make sure he's not going to get hurt. So that's a good draft choice right there. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and do our 7th round. We're only picking 3 cards for the 7th round. And we have strength, upside, and speed. So at this point, all we have is an empty token. This person's not even going to make the team. So we may as well go ahead and push his durability down and see if we can get lucky. Nope. We'll go ahead and push it down again. Okay, so he has 1 agility and an upside. Again, probably not enough to make the team. You know what? I'm going to leave him there. So he'll be a durability 2 with 1 token and an upside. I'm already paying him, so I might as well leave him on the roster. But yeah, a 7th round pick. So that is how the draft day mechanism works. I hope you enjoyed this demo. We'll come back another time and take a look at the career veteran progression deck, which is actually where you can lose tokens over time and become injured through wear and tear. So we'll take a look at that another time. If you have any questions, comments, or excitement that you want to express, leave them in the comments, and we'll see you again soon.